Yo, what's going on? DotsPower here. This video is all about my 500 subscribers vinyl mix. If you haven't checked it already, get ready to pause this video, click the link up here, and come back when you're ready. Great. So you must have watched the video now. You've seen my 500 subscribers mix, so you know what we're going to be talking about. Firstly, I need to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. We've hit 500 subscribers and I've really been committing to the content for a year now. So I'm really happy with that. With the mix, I decided to take you on a bit of a journey and show you some of my history. I played UK Garage in my bedroom, in nightclub events, in the only time that Garage probably wasn't really the right thing to be playing. It wasn't popular. 2005 to 2010, kind of the lost years really. But you know, I'm glad I played Garage. It gave me a passion for making music, for DJing, and I had such fun doing it. And that's always the most important thing. You know, Garage will always have a place in my heart because it's produced so many timeless classics over the years. So it was really nice to share that with you. Let's get into the technical part of the mix. For me, I'd completely forgotten about how many variables you have to contend with. You know, this isn't just about beat matching. It's about counteracting and counterbalancing all of the things that can go wrong, which we'll get into, but are a hell of a lot more than can go wrong with CDJs or a controller. Now, I did the mix on my 1210 Mark 3Ds, and if you played on these in a club, you'd have played on them on a DJ booth that was built out of concrete or, you know, built out of breeze blocks so that there'd be as little vibration as possible passing through to the turntable. I did it on my two DJ stands here that are lightweight, a little bit wobbly, so that was not an ideal basis to be mixing on to start with. The decks themselves haven't really been out of the box for the best part of this 10-year period. So there was quite a lot of dust about, and we had to do quite a bit of cleaning in order to get this mix where we needed it. I spun a few tracks the day before I recorded the mix, and I wanted to get that feel for mixing, but straight away I was aware that a lot of the things that we take for granted when we're playing off laptops or we're playing off USB were not there for me to use and utilize so that I could concentrate on being as creative as possible rather than the technical aspect of, are these tunes actually in time? For those that aren't DJs, to kind of give you a comparison, I would compare this to having a landline phone and having to remember everyone's phone numbers off by heart. You just wouldn't do that these days. It's crazy to think about. So there's no waveforms. Double 99 Rip Groove, for example, is one of the only tunes that I have in that mix where you can visibly see a lack of grooves on the vinyl and know a breakdown is coming up. There was no beat or bar counter, so you know, you really have to concentrate on when you're coming to the end of an 8-bar phrase. No cue points, so even just trying to find the first beat in order to start the process of beat matching, you know, that can take 10-15 seconds. There's no BPM counter, so you have no idea what speed you're running the set at, and you have no idea what the new tune is in terms of BPM. So I decided to make my own version of what I would have in Rekordbox, and I worked out which tunes I was going to play. I worked out what BPM I wanted to play the set at. I worked out what pitch range roughly I needed to have the tune at to be in the right BPM. And I worked out how long the intro was in terms of the number of bars, so that then when I'm playing the tune before, I know when to drop it so that it aligns nicely and doesn't, you know, extend into a breakdown or something accidentally. For me, that makes sure that the set has the best flow possible. Doing this prep, for me, was essential. I think it would have been so boring watching me trying to find the pitch for 4 minutes and then mixing on the outro of each track. The mix 100% made me appreciate technology and the advances that we've had that mean we can now focus as DJs on being creative. I can now understand why, when I went to garage raves, it was so hard for DJs to be consistently mixing well, and why tracks played for so long, and why DJs kept their pool of records to such a streamlined pool of records. to summarize, playing vinyl for me is nostalgia, but I'm not looking to scale up my collection and play it regularly anytime soon. I just feel that it's a great part of my history, but for me, it's not the future. This is the first video like this on the channel, so I'm really keen to hear what you think. Leave me a comment below. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.